Welcome back, everybody. We got another episode of Capital Gains for you. Uh, Sorry if that intro was a little short. This game was rough. I was hoping that we'd go up against the Heat. It would change the season. We'd go into the playoffs. We'd compete against these teams, but yeah, no, we suck, man. We still are not good. We let LeBron go for 50 while Wade went for 40. Meanwhile, the whole team struggled. Jimmy Butler had a nice 36. Hito Turkoglu went on fire at the end of the game, hit 8 threes, but it wasn't enough. Kyrie, 24 and 16. We still love that game, obviously, but it was a rough one all around. Nick Young wasn't quite there, but then again, this is against the Miami Heat. Anyways, we are back for another episode. Today, we are about halfway through the season. My goal is to get through the rest of the season. I don't want to take too long through these episodes. We've spent 3 episodes so far, or 2 episodes so far, plus this episode on just this season, season 2, and we do not want to waste too much time going all around. So, anyways, we are going to go through the trade deadline. Looking at the team, I don't think there's anyone I'm really focused on trading, except maybe Keith Bogans. He is our backup shooting guard. He was one of the vets that we signed on a minimum. The only reason that we would trade him is he's actually been pretty solid, and we might could get a second out of him. And if you look at our seconds, we are struggling on seconds. I think I gave up most of them for the Jimmy Butler trade, which was still a good trade in my opinion, but we could use some second round picks, and I don't foresee us winning. The only issue is we don't really have time to get. Well, it's half the season, so there's always time. I mean, we could go 0 and 41, but looking at the East, if I can pay attention, we are 10th right now. We are only 2.5 games behind the playoffs right now, and we are a few games away from 11th and so on. So if we kind of stay in this range, we'll have a high lottery pick. I think it is in our best interest to say, all right, we did really good in the first quarter of the season, kind of fell apart. This team is not really meant to be in the playoffs this year. Let's just go ahead and get that draft pick. But we don't live in an ideal world always, so we're going to let the team decide where they want to go. If the boys want to win, the boys are going to win. But I kind of dreaming of one of those high lottery picks because, as we said in the last episode, if I can find my draft board, we got some good players. I don't think we get in the top 5, but then again, 2K teams are pretty stupid and they draft some pretty bad players. So maybe we could get one of these top 5 players. Would be really good. Any of these players would be a great fit on this team, in my opinion, except for maybe Damian Lillard, since he is a point guard. But if that pick landed to me, then obviously I'm taking Damian Lillard and I'm shipping him somewhere else. So, it's all about getting the value. So we're gonna go ahead and go through a few games here. We'll sim through the bad ones and simcast through the good ones. These teams are bad, if I'm correct, but this team is also kind of bad, unfortunately for them. All right, let's look at this. Lamar Odom for Gilbert Arenas. They're already trying to get off of Gilbert Arenas, but too bad they're stuck with him. We're not going to let you get rid of him. All right, and then this trade looks bad. Yeah, the trade looks terrible. We're going to say no. All right, so we get a win and a loss. We are, wow, I didn't even look. We were on a really rough stretch. We were almost on a 7-game losing streak if it wasn't for the Rockets. Thank you, Rockets. Anyways, we have this game. It is up against the Cavs. If you don't remember, for some reason, Melo decided that he wanted to be the king of Akron, Ohio, and bring them a championship, and they suck. I think they're 8th right now. Okay, well we'll see. Maybe they'll get there. You never know. Are they actually going to play against the Heat? They would right now play against the Heat, so that would be kind of ironic, I guess. Anyways, we're gonna simcast this one, get through it real quick. I think we win this one. It is looking likely. Got a little close. It's a 2-point game. We're gonna jump in. Hopefully the jump in curse isn't real today. Okay, as we always do, box score check. As you can see, Carmelo is getting locked up by our boy Nick Young. JJ Hickson is the one leading the way, but they have a pretty good all around performance. As for us, Nick Young is having the game of his life, locking up Melo and scoring 32 4 threes over here. Look at that. Jimmy Butler is having a great game, and Kyrie Irving playmaking as always. Would love to see those assists go up because he is such a good playmaker. He has some pretty good games playmaking this season. Anyways, I am rambling. Let's get into this game. We have a 2-point lead, and the Cavs are shooting free throws. All right, here we go. All white jerseys. No confusion to be had. Melo versus Nick Young. Who's the better player? I think the answer's pretty easy. It's Nick Young right now. Nick Young, he's ISOing him. He's going to JaVale. Beautiful off the glass. We're back up by 2. Melo, no headband. Looks very weird. Why does he not have a headband? Anyways. Oh my god. He hits the spin on Nick Young. It's a beautiful bucket. All right, here we go. Out of timeout. Nick Young's getting the ball in the corner. He's going to hit the 3 on Melo. Splash the 3 in Melo's face. He is proving he's the better player. Melo's mad. He wants to ISO so bad, but Mo Williams is going to jack up the ugly 3. Nick Young rebound. This is Nick Young's career game right here. Now he's ISOing up Mo Will. Oh, he's about to cook him here. Oh my god. Oh, I thought he was on fire. JaVale with the offensive rebound and the foul. Okay, here we go. Jimmy Butler's going to get the ball and he's going to shoot these free throws. Can he secure the game right here? We need him to make a 2-possession game. He's going to make the first. You'll have to see it. Does he have the second in him? It was rough, but he did. Do the Cavs have it in them? Can Melo save them from the Wizards? No, they're going to give it to Mo Williams. He's going to jack up a 3. It's good. It's good. It's a 2-point game. I had no faith. Here we go. Jimmy Butler with free throws once again. He needed them both to make a 2-possession game, but he misses the first. We need this free throw right here. Oh, and he doesn't hit it. The Cavs can win if they hit a 3. They're going to slowly take it up the court. Mo Williams, he gets open. Splash! Splash, and the Cavs have won today. Oh my god. The jump-in curse is real. Oh, that wasn't even Mo Williams. That was Carmelo Anthony. Oh no. I'm a bad commentator. Ladies and gentlemen, the jump-in curse is real. We have lost once again due to a jump-in. I'm sorry for my bad commentating, but it was Melo who hit the game winner 3. It was, I'm going to be honest with you, it was beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen as good of a game winner in 2K simulated. It doesn't happen that often, especially in the games that we've watched. So that was probably one of the best moments we've ever watched, and unfortunately, it was against our team. Nick Young was having a career game. I thought for sure he beat Melo today, but he did not. Melo had the last word. That's rough. That's rough, man. But, you know, the Cavs are a little bit better than us by a few games. And that one's going to hurt. That kind of sets us on the momentum downwards. I mean, we've already been on the downward momentum, but that kind of says that we can't even compete against the teams that we're level with. But here we go. Here's another team that we're level with. All right, here we go. Going up against the Sixers. I believe the Sixers are the 9th seed right now, so we are in contention with them, and we are in a 3-point game. We're going to slow it down here. Is this jump-in worthy? Probably. Ooh, we're going to go to 130, I say. All right. Oh, my God. No, it's over. It's over. They beat us. They beat us. It got a little close again, but nope, they beat us. What happened here? Nick Young led the way. Kyrie Irving had a great game. Not really playmaking, unfortunately. And Jimmy Butler had a good one as well. But Aaron Brooks cooked us. Drew Holiday as well. Look at that. Drew Holiday, 3rd year. 7 assists. Oh, what a beauty. Anyways, we are getting cooked here. We are falling apart. There's no way we beat the Spurs here. I think it's over for us for this season. All the signs are pointing to it. I think we had a really good start, and here we are, up 4 on the Spurs. Are they gonna pull through? Are we jumping into another game? All these games have been very, very close. It's looking like this one will be too. I'm just worried about the jumping curse, guys, because it's a real thing. All right, if we lose this game where we are up 4, then the jump in curse is real. All right, let's see. Okay, box score check. Tony Parker is leading the way. Everyone's having a good all-around game, but no one's dominating. On our side, Kyrie Irving is having a wonderful game, 27 and 10, while Nick Young has a nice 26. I feel like he has 26 every single game. Like every single game today, he's at 26. And then Jimmy Butler is nowhere to be found. Where is he? Anyways, all white jerseys once again. No confusion to be had. Here we go. Do the Wizards have it in them to hold this 4-point lead against the Spurs, a team that is rumored to be in the finals this year? Here we go. Old man Manu out to Bonner, and it's clean. It is now a 1-point game. Oh man, this is brutal. I step in and we are already down by, or we're already losing. All right, here we go. Kyrie Irving 3. Oh, what a beauty. We're up by 4 once again. What do the Spurs have up their sleeve? Are they going to win this game against the young Wizards? Manu 3. No good. Nick Young with the rebound. Going up the court. Kyrie Irving, wide open layup for his career game. We're now up by 6. Do the Spurs have any life left in them? I don't think so. Manu, he's running into his own teammate. He couldn't even get the deep midi. And now we're in the foul game. We're simming this. This one is over. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The play-in curse is dead. I jump in when we have the lead, and we have a bigger lead by the end. We win by 6. Kyrie Irving, what? That was a beautiful 3. You cannot say it wasn't. 2K is much better at simulating these games today, I gotta say. Anyways, he has a 33 and 10 game. You'll love to see it. Nick Young, 29. Just a great all-around game. We're feeling a little better after that one, but we're still behind 3 games out of the playoffs. This trade deadline, well, no, I can't really commit to losing by trading anybody because I think everybody needs to stay on the team. So it really is just whether they win or not. I'm just riding with the team. Anyways, got the Nets. This should be an easy win. We're not even going to simcast. They want to give up Chris Anderson. We'll say, yeah, we don't really care. And there we go. We lose to the Nets, who are a bad team. Brook Lopez cooked us. Look at how many players played. Jesus. Kyrie Irving had a great game, though, so you love to see that. Anyways, the Kings, a bad team as well, but we are competing with them because they have Kawhi. We jumped into this game the other day. Are we going to have to jump in again? Nope, they are cooking us. All right, that is wonderful. Did anyone score anything? Yes, Kyrie and Nick Young, and that's about it. All right, on to the Magic, a good team. We're going to simcast this one. I got some more trades to look through. It is the trade deadline after all. Interesting. So the Blazers want to give up their backup center and a first-round pick for Luis Scola. We're going to say yes. Let's get some first-round picks getting traded around. Anyways, going up against the Magic, a team we have beef with because we've done so many trades with them. And by so many trades, I mean literally one. Anyways, it is looking like we're getting cooked. Please don't tell me it was Gilbert Arenas. And it was not. He had a bad game, 11 points. But Dwight wasn't even the one that cooked us. It was Jameer Nelson, who's averaging 17 and 8 on the season. Kyrie Irving, career game, 42 points. Didn't pass the ball that much, but that's okay. Shot 30 shots in this game, made 5 threes. What a beautiful start to the second half of the season for Kyrie. You love to see it. Anyways, we got a bad team here. Are we going to beat the Knicks? And we do not. We lose by 2. Kyrie had a rough game. He got cooked by Raymond Felton. Raymond Felton cooked us. Anyways, it is the trade deadline. As I said earlier, I'm only really interested in trading one player, and that is Keith Bogans, who is playing good off the bench for us. I think we can get a second round pick for him. Otherwise, maybe we could trade Earl Watson. Since is he even playing much this season? A little bit. We do have Dale Strickland, who's a auto generated guy who is playing pretty good as well. Yeah, so we don't really need this many point guards. So otherwise, I don't think anyone really has any trade value. Because most of these guys are really, really old. Earl Watson and Keith Bogans are both just slightly old. Everyone else is like 35 plus. Anyways, gonna go look around for some trades. Probably just some second round picks. I'll let you know when I find something. Okay, this is the first trade I'm trying. Keith Bogans to the New Orleans Hornets, who are the 8th seed, trying to get back in. Chris Paul's been injured for a little while, so when he comes back, they're going to try to get back in. They don't have a backup shooting guard, so they're trading a random contract, our second round pick in 2013, and their own. Are they going to say yes? They're going to try to change up the trade. We're going to say no to that, and we're just going to drop a second. Are they going to say yes? No. No, they are not. All right. They love being difficult. All right, let me cut this. Okay, maybe this will work. Keith Bogans for a random bad contract and two Indiana second round picks. Indiana currently has no backup shooting guard. He'd actually be in contention for the starting role. Are they going to say yes? They're going to ask for swaps and another pick of ours. We're going to cave. We're going to ask for only one, and they say not interested. I've never had so much difficulty trading a minimum contract. All right, here is attempt number 3 at trading Keith Bogans, this time to the Bulls for a random bad contract and two second round picks from them. They have no backup shooting guard, and their wings are okay. So maybe they'll want Keith Bogans. Do they say yes? They do not. They want Jerry Stackhouse in exchange for Kurt Thomas. I might be okay with this. Neither of these players play, but I don't care. Let's find something else. Okay, this is attempt number 4 at trading Keith Bogans, this time to the Cavs for a random contract in 2 seconds. Uh, this is probably a bad trade since we are competing with the Cavs for a playoff spot, but the mindset being that we are not going to be good for the rest of the season. Once again, they're going to say no. Why? Because every team is stubborn. Okay, I have been searching for a Keith Bogans trade for way too long, and I have asked for just 2 seconds from multiple teams, and they all say no. So I have stumbled upon this trade. It feels a little unfair to me. We have Keith Bogans and Earl Watson, two players who have been playing for a team and have been solid, in my opinion, especially Keith Bogans. For James Johnson, a third-year guy in Chicago. Rumor has it he is okay. His potential is pretty good. A beat. He is in his third year. I feel pretty good about James Johnson because he is a nice wing that we can have off of our bench and develop alongside everybody else. So this is kind of a big win for us because we also get a second round pick. As for them, they are getting off of the money. Does he have a second year? He does, but it's a team option, so they don't want to pay him the 281. I guess that makes sense. It probably would make more sense if we threw in a second. But listen, guys, not everyone wins trades. There's always got to be a loser, and today it is probably Chicago. So we're going to say yes to this. Again, that is what they offered us. So here we go. We have James Johnson coming off the bench for us. I don't think he is a higher overall as a power forward. I've always considered him to be a small forward. Since I think he is a little shorter. He's 6'7", so yeah, it goes down, but we'll keep him at small forward, power forward. But that's pretty nice. He is pretty young at this point. He's 24, so we can have him develop with the guys, and he's been playing, solid, but he hasn't really been given the opportunity. I'm sure he will now. Let's check. Is he going to be put in the rotation? He's going to be our 7th man. Sweet. Being played above Hito Turkoglu. I like that. Anyways, let us go on with the season. We have no one else to trade. Everyone else is super old, as I said earlier. And Hito Turkoglu and Rashard Lewis, we're not even going to try to trade because I think in real life they would not be tradable. So I think it's kind of unrealistic to try to trade them to some team that it just seems unrealistic, especially with the trade we just did. But oh well. And everyone else is super old. Look at this. 37, 36, 39, 36, 34. This is the old man's club. These this is our coaching staff. This isn't players. This is just the coaching staff that sometimes suits up for games when there's too many injuries. Anyways, we are gonna do a quick look at contract extensions. I don't think anyone else. Oh, we can get Rashard Lewis back, but he's not gonna take the minimum. Dude, he's gonna take 20 mil a year from us and then not take the minimum. Gosh, he wants that back. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump these 3 games. We don't really care. We're gonna come back after the All-Star break. We don't even get a break. What is this game? There's what the heck? That's not even a whole week. They're so mean to the guys. Anyways, we sign off on this. Sure, Ben Gordon is gone. All right. And we go on a 3-game winning streak when I don't care. Of course we do. Why would we not? Anyways, obviously none of our guys were all stars, right? Let me make sure I didn't skip over it. I think there's no way. Oh, okay. I had me scared. I saw all star, but I didn't see it was Rashard Lewis. Dang, Rashard Lewis was only a 2-time all star. That's kind of weird. I think it was a good player. He's really fun if you draft him in a 90s rebuild. Anyways, we have a couple of good teams, but I don't think that we're gonna stay too focused on the whole sim casting thing. We will just jump. Is there any teams that we really care about? I kind of want to see if we can win against the Lakers. I doubt it. I doubt it. This is a very, very good team. They're still good this year. I think they're a 5th seed. And here we are. We're up 20. What do I cannot predict this team. I cannot predict this team. We're on a 4-game winning streak. What is going on? Kyrie Irving is playing some of the best basketball of his life. Let's see what he's averaging right now. Has he gone up? Has it been the same? It's been about the same. All right. Don't care about this team. Don't care. Don't care. The Blazers are a very good team this year. If you haven't been keeping up, they're like the 1st seed out west. What is up with that? They're supposed to get Damian Lillard this year. But anyways, let's see if we can beat them. It is looking pretty good at first, and then they pull through at the end and win by 20. All right, whatever. It is going downhill fast. Here we go, up against the Bulls. This is a good team. Can we beat them? I think they're the 1 or 2 seed out east, and they're going to stomp us, as they probably should. They are the number 2 seed, trying to beat the Heat for number 1. Timberwolves are the 7th team out west. I said I wasn't going to simcast, but I just can't help myself. Plus, most of these games are ending up like blowouts, except for this one. We don't care. All right, it's another loss. We got a game against a team that we were close with in the standings. Another Sixers game. Do we win this one? We let them score 45 points in the second quarter. They're up by 6. We're not going to catch up. Oh my god, I don't understand. I'm losing my mind this episode. Every time I think I know what's going to happen, I do not know. I just sim through it super fast and we win. How did it go into overtime? Whatever. It doesn't matter. And this time I'm going to think that we're going to beat the Lakers and we're going to get smacked. We won every single quarter against the Lakers. What the hell is going on? I was ready to tank. I was prepared to tank for the rest of the season. The Lakers are a good team. What are they right now? That's still the 5th seed. They're Kobe. Wow, what is going on over here? Does it still have the conference leaders? I didn't know that still existed at this point. Are you serious? Yeah, I guess so. Ew. Why does that exist still? I thought it was gone by this point. So yeah, poor Blazers. They've had a spectacular season, and now they're 4th. Well, because the Thunder went on an insane streak. Anyways, out east, it's about the same as it always has. We're still stuck at 10. We are slowly falling out, but we cannot catch up to these lottery teams. Let's kind of. I think I'm going to. We're on a 2-game losing streak. What am I saying? At some point, I want to adjust the rotations a little bit, let some guys get rest, and let the young guys develop. But we keep winning. Uh, okay, here we go. We lose this one, and I think it is good to call it. We are 3 games out of the playoffs. I'm going to adjust the rotations just a little bit. I'm gonna make the young players play a little more, so we can let them develop. We're gonna put James Johnson in the starting lineup. Has he been playing good since he got here? 6.5. Let's look at his recent games. 16, 19. Yeah, some pretty good games in here. We like to see that. 11 rebound game there. All right, we'll put him in the starting lineup, see what he can do. But anyways, let's go to this. Oh man, we have a lot of good games. All right, we're gonna simcast this one. We beat the Jazz. Do we beat the Cavs? They had the game winner against us earlier in the episode. We're up once again. It's going back and forth. It's a close one. We're down by 3. I want to see if we can do the comeback. We're jumping in. All right, box score check. Kyrie Irving is carrying the way once again. Has his career averages? No, they have. His point averages have not changed at all, but it just feels like he's dominating every time we jump in. And Rashard Lewis off the bench is having a good game today. Anyways, Kyrie Irving is shooting free throws right now. We are down by 3, and now down by 2. We are desperately hoping that Melo does not cook us once again today, but we will see. He's trying to post up on Kyrie. That's a beautiful one, and it's in. 4-point game for the Cavs. We are down once again. We're trying to sub in the whole team over there. Look how many people are at the scorers table. Kyrie Irving cooking on Melo, but he can't get past him. Passing a rock around. We got Bismack Biyombo ISO. And Kyrie just misses the 3. Once again, we have Melo being guarded by Kyrie. He's gonna cook him. Just watch. Look at this. Oh, wow. Look at the block. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who's out there on the court. Is that Dampier? However you say his name. Anyways, Kyrie, he's trying to cook up whoever that is. Don't hate on me. Alright, Kyrie, he has the mini. It's no good. And we're in the foul game. Alright, that was a major waste of time. Once again, we are losing to the Cavs. Kyrie had a good game, but Carmelo had a good one as well. Anyways, can we beat the Blazers? Probably not. And here we go. Once again, me doubting means that we are going to win. The Blazers fall down to Kyrie Irving, 46 points, 9 assists. You love to see it. Miami Heat, can we get a win against them? I don't think we have all season. It's been pretty rough. They're starting out hot, and they win every single quarter just to smack us. Yep, we are now 3. We are still 3 games behind. Okay, nothing has changed today at all. Okay, we gotta jump through some games. I'm taking too long. We're gonna go ahead and jump to this Celtics game. We're just gonna straight sim. We're not even gonna simcast. We don't care anymore. And there we go. We're getting injuries. All right. Not to be rooting on the downfall, but it is looking like we are taking a direction now that Nick Young is injured. It was 4 to 6 weeks, but now it's 1 to 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on. Bismack Biyombo is in the starting lineup at power forward. There's a lot going on. I don't know why Rashard Lewis isn't just there. I guess because I changed that. That is why. Anyways, we have pure chaos going on in DC. We are 4.5 games behind. I think it is time to call it. We are a few games out, and there's only a few games left, so we are gonna go in tank mode. Kyrie Irving will play the rest of the season. Who do I think then? If I'm gonna play my guys, ooh, I don't know. I think Nick Young is gonna be closed down for the rest of the season just because of his injury. Kyrie Irving is playing great, so we'll let him continue. Jimmy Butler just came back from an injury. We don't want him to hurt himself, so we're gonna put in Hito Turkoglu for now. Yeah, we don't want him to hurt himself again. You know how it goes. And then as for the rest of the team, I think we just let it remain. We want Bismack Biyombo playing that backup center though. Okay, here we go. Our rotation. Nothing much changes, just kind of move minutes around. But I'm keeping Jimmy Butler and Nick Young out for the rest of the season because of their injuries, and we're just gonna go a few games at a time. We're gonna leave it as is. Don't put Nick Young back in. We're gonna go to the last game of the season. I'm thinking that we are going to lose these. Oh, and I have to adjust the rotation. Rashard Lewis is out. Come on, man. Okay, as I expected, we kind of fell apart at the end of the season. That was kind of our goal. We wanted to get a little bit better of a draft pick, but did it work out? Probably not. It did. We fell to 11th. The Nets surpassed us. All right, that's okay. We know that we were good early on this season, and that's all that we need. We don't need to have the record at the end of the season. You know, guys, you know how it goes. Anyways, we're going to look at awards real quick. You know how I go. I always like to hand pick. I think this year it is a D Rose award, a D Rose MVP. They're only one game behind. I think the Heat will probably lock that in. It's not official yet, but I think it will be. But regardless, give I'm gonna give it to Derrick Rose. There is also an argument for Kevin Durant. Okay, so all of these teams are very, very close in the standings. I think it is really between Kevin Durant, who has 38, 2.4, LeBron, who has 27.5, 8, 8, and Derrick Rose, 31, 5, and 9. I'm leaning towards Derrick Rose right now, mostly because I'm biased and I want to give him at least that one MVP. And also, Durant's going to have time to get more, right? All right. So we're going to check for the other awards. Rookie of the Year. I think it's a pretty easy pick for Kyrie Irving. Look how the points went up these last few games, up to 24.2. Has he had insane games these last few games? 18, 37, 19, 18, 33, 42, 31, 30, 34. This is this is James Harden right here, man. It's like what is that? 5 straight games of 30 plus? Oh my god. He was cooking at the end of the season. Anyways, Kawhi pretty far behind. And where did Klay Thompson go? He completely fell off. Even Jimmy Butler's here in the top five. Six man of the year, Gilbert Arenas. Look at him go. See, I told you it was a good trade for them. DPOY is probably going to go to Tim Duncan here, but I could check team defense in case I want to make it more of a challenge. Most improved player. I don't even know who this is. Why would he get it? Okay, I'm thinking Goran Dragic gets it. None of these players are particularly good for most improved. And then clutch player of the year doesn't exist. All right, let's go ahead and sim the last game of the season. We lose. We're going to give this MVP to D Rose. We're going to keep this, obviously. No bias at all. I mean, he definitely won. That is not even a conversation. Klay Thompson was close. Okay, so he still had 19, and he played 82 games. So I don't know why he wasn't there. Just 2K being 2K. So look at that. IT off the bench for the Blazers had 15 points per game. Jimmy Butler had a pretty good season as well. Improved as we went along. Anyways, Gilbert Arenas gets his 6 man of the year. Good for him. Tim Duncan gets his DPOY. And we're going to. I'll search around for a little bit to see who gets this. Okay, here was the best I could find. J.R. Smith jumped up 4 points, rebound and a half, and assist. It doesn't really matter, but I like to make the awards a little better. Nate McMillan gets Coach of the Year, and OKC gets Executive of the Year. Let's go ahead and go into All NBA. I'll let you know if I change anything. Okay, I switched a few things around. I put Dirk Nowitzki. He wasn't even an All NBA, and he's averaging 29. But I did have to put him second team, unfortunately. Tim Duncan got moved to third team. Carmelo got put in. A few people that got replaced. It was Paul Millsap, who didn't. He had a good season, and then there was Kevin Garnett. Unfortunately, he had to get dropped as well. Chris Paul got swapped out for Brandon Jennings. There also was a pretty good argument for Kyrie Irving with his 24.3, 5.5 assists, but obviously I think Curry gets it over him. 3-year guy, you know. But all defensive team. There was originally Curry on the second team, which is crazy. And I thought about keeping it just for, you know, love of the game. But I gave it to Chris Paul instead, who has 2.1 steals or 2.8 steals, which is crazy. And then I put Kawhi on all defensive second team because originally it was Paul Millsap with 1.5, 1.5. Kawhi is doing 2.1 and 1.1. I think that's better. I put Jimmy Butler on the first team, and I put IT on the second team. Anyways, enough award talk. We can go ahead and watch the playoffs. We could have been here. We could have been playing against Miami. Anyways, I'm actually really interested in the series. I'm kind of glad it did happen because we have Melo on the Cavs going up against LeBron on the Heat. It feels super weird. We're gonna sim through it kind of one game at a time and see. Yeah, I kind of figured the Heat were gonna dominate. It's 2-2. Okay, it's 2-2. Um, Man, I feel bad for Portland over here. They did fall to 4 all because of the stupid division rules. Anyways, my I guess I should probably say my expectations for this playoffs. I would have said Heat versus maybe Portland. Probably Thunder, but it is looking like Miami had a real struggle against Melo in the first round. Anyways, go through the first round. We have Miami, Orlando, Chicago, and the Pacers. Pacers upset Boston. OKC versus Portland. That's going to be a pretty good series, but I think OKC pulls through. And then we have Clippers versus Dallas. Dallas upset the Spurs. This year, in real life, is the Heat versus Thunder. So I think we are looking like we're about to see that again. Yes, so we have Thunder versus Dallas. That's a good series. And Miami versus Chicago. This is a really good playoffs right now. We'll go one game at a time. I'm actually interested in this, even if we're not in it. We have Miami up 3-0 and Thunder up 3-0 as well. All right, and there we have it. The playoffs have repeated. The only thing is, last year Miami was not in the playoffs. I actually don't remember who it was. It's kind of been a minute since I played this. It was Boston. Yeah, I thought it was. It was Boston versus Dallas, and Boston ended up winning another championship. Unfortunately, Dirk did not get his. All right, here we go. We're just gonna go sim the whole round, and yep, it is the Miami Heat in 6. LeBron, wow, 35 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Finally wins his first championship. Good for him. I think this is the year he wins his first championship, anyways, because they lose to Dirk and the Mavs. Okay, here we go. We're in the off season. I'm just gonna jump through these. Was anyone inducted in the Hall of Fame? No, not quite. Ben Wallace gets his jersey retired. That's pretty dope. And then any changes? I don't think so. Oh, is there any changes here? Brooklyn Red Brands and the Charlotte Bobcats changed their logo. Anyways, we have the draft lottery. I think I will go against what I did in last episode. I don't know. Should I leave you guys on a cliffhanger? I guess our pick isn't really up for question this year because if we look at standings, it is what? Okay, we're 21st in the standings. So maybe the East was just really bad. Anyways, feel pretty good. We can get the 9th pick, 10th pick. That's pretty solid. If we jump up any, that would be awesome. But we're gonna leave that for the next episode. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta leave you on a cliffhanger. I thought about doing it this episode, but I just can't. I want to see where this pick lands, and I want to keep you guys interested. So hopefully you come back for another. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one. I know nothing much happened. We kind of just watched the inevitable, that being us lose. Yeah. But we also saw us win when I thought we wouldn't win. So that was something too. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we will be back hopefully soon for this draft. Later, guys.